Alright friends, my name's Angel. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. We're definitely going with the timer method this time so that I can stop and take breaks as needed. If you guys missed my life update on TikTok the other day, I have fractured my foot. So this was not the plan at all. I was supposed to be working all this week, not having time, but I'm off of work the next couple days until I get my boot on. So you kind of have Wednesday through Sunday probably completely off work, and that is gonna drive me bonkers because I am a very busy person. I have 3 jobs, I go. I don't really sit still for a long period of time. So I need something to do during this time to keep me motivated, and so we're gonna do a 24-hour readathon. My goal is to kind of finish it in 3 days, maybe 4 if we need to, but I feel like I've always done these timer ones in 2 days, and that's fine, but I feel like normally I'm rushing, not doing anything else with my day. I'm more so doing this to make sure I actually read during this time off and I'm actually productive, because if I just say, oh yeah, I'll read like an hour every day, and I'll be like, that was great, when I really have like all day off. So we're gonna do this. So you guys already know I have my salted caramel iced latte here, half chocolate milk, half white milk, the best. And I have my breakfast sandwich that I made on my sourdough bread that I made myself, because I make bread now, really proud. I'm gonna eat that, drink that, and then start this. Going over the books that I have. If you guys know, I normally finish 6 or even 7 books during a 24-hour readathon. I'm a very fast reader, read about 100 to 120 pages an hour. So I normally like really power through these things. But I think I'm gonna take it a little bit slower this time, so I might be listening to some audiobooks as well. So it might go a little bit slower. I might only do like 4 or 5, we'll see. But so first book on the agenda is I'm halfway through The Atlas Paradox by Olive Blake, and I am loving this so far. I think I'm like really right near the halfway mark. The first thing I finished off during this, I wanted like a wide variety of genres so I could read for different things. So then I chose The Blood Trader, my next fantasy book, and that is the last book in the Prison Healer trilogy. And with how the last book ended off, I am super excited for these. These are YA, read really fast. I don't think it'll take me too long at all. It is like 400 pages, but like I said, I do read them very fast for some reason. I have the ebook out for a lot of these, and that's why I chose these, so I can go back and forth between physical and e-copy. Then I chose Listen for the Lie by Amy Chintera. This is my book of the month pick for March, and I haven't read that yet. This is like a thriller. It's a good choice between the fantasies to kind of break it up a little bit. Also, the under the cover looks so nice in this one for book of the month. I love it. Looks so sleek. We'll dive more into like synopsis and all that stuff when I'm actually reading them or when I'm done reading them. Then I also chose the 3rd book in the Addicted series, Addicted for Now by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is a thicker one. It's about 500 or so pages. This will be good as like a little romance fix. I can read it between other books. This is on KU, I believe, so I can just kind of read that on there also. And that's only 4 books I've planned, but then after that, I think the plan is to pick up either Lady Midnight, which is the 1st book in the Dark Artifices series. I do have this out from Libby right now as an ebook and an audiobook, so that might be the audiobook I listen to while I'm doing all these, is I might just listen to that audiobook kind of throughout. Or then I do also have the ebook and audiobook out for Hellbent as well by Leigh Bardugo. But both those I have until the end of the month, so I don't have to read them now, but those would be good for kind of like an audiobook choice during this as well. So I might read these 4 and like plus an audio of one of those, I'm not 100% sure. But then I am already halfway through the Atlas Paradox by Olive Blake, so I think I might actually read 2 more books. So I might read one of those and then just kind of like a Kindle or Kobo read. I might pick that up in between, see what I have on my e-readers. But yeah, that's the plan. So I'm probably gonna muck that breakfast sandwich, and then we're gonna start reading. It's already like 10:15 today, but like I said, I'm not reading all day, so it's okay. And we're gonna see how much I can get through. All right, friends, this is like a super fun little angle. I'm just like lying in bed. See my foot elevated over here, but she's just chilling. It's been an hour since I filmed that intro clip, and I haven't read anything because I pretty much went through like my full-time job. Obviously my manager from that knew yesterday I was going with my foot, but I pretty much called my other 2 jobs today. I called my physio appointment I had today, and I was like, yo guys, and I was talking with all of them, giving them the rundown of what's going on. But so now everything's finally settled. Everybody knows what's going on, and I'm ready to start reading. So we're gonna get my timer going in a second, and we are gonna try to finish off The Atlas Paradox first, I'm thinking. We're gonna do this. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna read right now, because for some reason I'm just not in a reading mood right now, which is awful as I'm starting a 24-hour readathon. Like I just want to like watch TV or something like that. So I'm gonna try to read really bad. I'm really gonna try to read. We'll see what happens. We are going to start. Ready? Okay, it's official. I did just finish The Atlas Paradox. Wild ending. First book was a 4.5. This one is at least a 4, I think. and I'll pick up the Atlas Complex right now. But the Atlas Complex is only available in hardback right now. If you guys know, I'm a paperback girly to my core, but I have like been put on the wait list for it on Libby, but I think it's still like 9 weeks away. So that'll be a while till I get to read that one. Reading for 2 hours, that's it. And it's already 2:30 and you're probably like, Angel, how'd that happen? I pause the timer a lot. But so I think honestly the plan right now is I think I need an audiobook, because I just don't think, like, I don't know what's going on. I'm not like in a reading headspace right now, to be honest. So I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from reading the written word and switch to an audiobook, which means I think I'm gonna pick up Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare on my phone while I listen, or I might start editing a video that's going live tomorrow on my account. You guys have already seen at this point, it's the reading 200 pages a day for a week video. But so I obviously can't do like all the talking edits while I'm listening to something, but I can do all like the bass edits and like insert music and text and all that stuff. So I might do that while I listen to some audiobook, because going crazy over here. So I know what it is, I can't focus, and I literally can't believe that I started this video like at 10 a.m. or was it 11 a.m. and it's been 3.5 hours and I've read for 2 hours. Math isn't mathing. So I really need to focus and just do that. Also, I just looked, and the audiobook for Lady Midnight is just shy of 20 hours. So I listen to audiobooks 2 times the speed, but even then it'll still take me 10 hours to listen to just that. So I probably won't finish it in this vlog, or I'll finish it by like having to read the physical book for a little bit to balance it out. But we're gonna start with that. Friends, I just took it. They're like renovating the unit above me and they're making a lot of noise. I just took a 2-hour reading break, and I really wish I hadn't. We're at 21 hours and 32 minutes now, because I only read my audiobook for half an hour before I put it down. I actually don't know which book I want to pick up next though. I don't know which one. I feel like I'm not gonna do the blood trigger, because I feel like I'm feeling like mindless right now that I don't have to think about, that I can just read and de-stress with. And I feel like a thriller might stress me out a little bit. I feel like Addicted for Now will stress me out a lot too, but I feel like this gets me better than that, you know? I read this and de-stress, and we're gonna keep going. I'm really hoping, I've barely read today, it's already 4 o'clock. I have a lot going on, so I'm really hoping I can get this timer below 18 hours today, bare minimum. That'd be great to at least have 6 hours reading done today. But I'm gonna start this guy. I'll probably finish it at some point tonight. Let's keep going. Okay, friends, I am now almost 50% of the way through Addicted for Now. Page 232 of 500. So I'm reading at a pretty good rate. I've been reading for about 2 hours since I last talked to you guys. We're at 19 hours and 30 minutes. I'm gonna stop and take a little break now, because we're gonna go make some dinner and eat, maybe watch something, who knows. I'm actually really enjoying this book so far. I think it is my favorite of the series thus far, and I think it obviously makes sense, because the more you read, the more you're gonna like the series. I'm finally like now with this one, it's like the first kind of book we're really seeing that like full like found family come together that you keep hearing about when you talk about the Addicted series, and so I'm really enjoying that. Yeah, I'll definitely finish this tonight. I'm reading this completely on my Kindle. I don't think I've picked up the physical book once, even though it's just sitting right beside me. But if you want to visualize in the physical book, I'm right here. It's like I'm really just before halfway. So I'm gonna take a little break. I might read the physical book when I come back, and instead of just like being glued to my Kindle, we'll see. But that's where we're going so far. Friends, you know the drill about this time of night. If you hear any snoring, mind your business. It's happening. Wow, that's bright. I'm now at 17 hours and 13 minutes. I just finished Addicted for Now, and definitely my favorite of the series so far. I think it's like at least a 4-star. I actually really enjoyed that one, and I'm really excited. So the next 2 books are Calloway Sisters books. So we're gonna have the Rose and Connor book, and then the Reich and Daisy book. Listen, I'm very excited for Rose and Connor's. I'm a little bit nervous for Reich and Daisy's, because I know Reich and Daisy are a fan favorite, and it's a little bit of an age gap, but right now those ages are a little bit suspicious, if you get what I'm saying. By a little bit suspicious, I mean a little bit illegal, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna end up like rooting for this or fully supporting it, but I love their banter thus far, but like, is it appropriate? No, you know? The plan right now is I end up reading almost 7 hours today, which is more than I thought. Not as much as I originally wanted to do, but then as the day went on, I realized it wasn't gonna be that great of a day. But so I read almost 7 hours, and it's 11 o'clock at night now. I think the plan is to start winding down, and I think I'm gonna try to finish editing a video that I have going live tomorrow. I have like 15 minutes of footage to edit, and then I have to like go through and add music and all that stuff to it. So it's gonna take me probably about an hour or so to do that. So I'd love to get that done tonight. In terms of reading, I don't think I'm actually gonna read anything else tonight unless I'm listening to my audiobook, unless I go back to Lady Midnight. Then I might listen to like half hour or so, like a chapter maybe, like as I'm like fully winding down. But yeah, that was our first day. If you notice, I'm still in the same thing I was in my first clip. Mind your business. It's how it is right now. Sorry. I will get dressed tomorrow, I promise. Maybe even look a little presentable, who knows. Not today. Today was not that day, but it's okay. This might take more time than I thought. It might take 4 days, but I'm really hoping I can get done in 3. Really hoping. I might have to bring out an energy drink tomorrow or Friday and just make it happen and just finish it, be done. So first day recap, in the almost first full 7 hours, I finished one book that was over 500 pages. That's really good. And I finished a second book that I had like about 200 pages for. I think it was like 175 pages I had left in it. And I read like the prologue and a chapter of my audiobook. So a pretty good reading day, I'd say in general, but definitely a good start for the readathon. I'm gonna go edit and get nice and cozy for the evening, but I'll see you guys in the morning. I leave my timers at like 14 hours and like 40 minutes. I can show you guys, I'm gonna go grab it in a second. So not doing as hot as I would like, to be honest. I was hoping to get it down to like 8 hours today, and clearly that's not going to happen now. I was kind of like, and yes, I'm using the sleeve as a bookmark, mind your business. I feel like I'm just like binging this and I haven't really given any updates on it yet. This one is about it's gonna give me like none of this is true vibes, it's about a podcast. My main character Lucy, her best friend Savvy like died when they were younger, and the problem is that case is still unsolved. I'll actually believe that Lucy is the one who her. So pretty much now there's this podcaster who's looking back into the case and like interviewing people trying to figure out what's happening, and you're discovering a lot of things. There's like some past and present timelines to this where it's kind of like now and then back when Savvy was still alive, and kind of going back and forth between the two. I'm enjoying it. Like I'm not being like wowed by anything I'm reading per se, but it is going pretty quickly. It's nice and fast paced. Like I binged like in just under 2 hours. I've read, how many pages is that? What page? 229 pages. So I'm doing really good. So I'll definitely finish this one tonight, and then hopefully I'll start the Blood Trader. Maybe even finish if I really just want to actually commit to this because I've been really bad today. But yeah, my friend's gonna be home in a second. We're gonna make some dinner, play, watch movies. I'm gonna take a couple hours break, and then I'll be back hopefully later tonight. We're doing really good on this challenge, guys. We're doing great. Friends, it is 10:40. We're now at 13 hours and 47 minutes. I did have a small coffee a while back, so I think I can stay up a little bit longer and have some more energy tonight. Also, if you hear the fan going in the background, I'm really sorry, but it's how it is. I just finished Listen for the Line. I actually really did enjoy this one. I think I'm gonna fall on like a 3.75 to a 4-star for it. I was a fan of the writing. I did like the podcast kind of breaks. It kind of gave me the same vibes as A Girl's Guide to Murder in that sense. You know, like the podcast breaks and all that. Definitely, I've been like, honestly, like I feel like I've been in such like a like romance and fantasy kick lately that I've like barely picked up any thrillers. I feel like kind of like me, this is a like palate cleanser, you know? 13 hours and 47 minutes. I'm gonna pick up the Blood Trader next. This is 420 pages, so don't see me finishing this tonight, to be honest. I also have it out on Livy on my Kobo, so I will probably be reading it mostly on my Kobo right now. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm gonna be starting to get comfy and lie in bed. If I get this timer below 12 hours, that'd be amazing. Is that gonna happen? That'd be me staying up to like at least 12:20, which is definitely very doable, so that's fine. I was gonna have to work in the morning, so we're good on that front. If I do get sick of physically reading and I want to give myself a little bit of a break, I might do my audiobook again. I listened to one more chapter this morning again of Lady Midnight. I'm not really gonna share any thoughts on that one quite yet because I honestly have none, but I think the plan is once I finish this to then transition to reading Lady Midnight as my next book, because these are like, once I finish this, I'm done the 4 books I chose for this video. So then I'll just read Lady Midnight physically, so I'll also go a lot faster also. And then we'll see what picking. I'll probably pick a 6th book as well. But let's dive into these. I'm so excited. I'm sick to my stomach about how this series is going to end. This is the last book in the Prison Healer trilogy. And the way like the first book ended, jaw-dropping. The way the second book ended, not quite as jaw-dropping, but still like a very, very good twist. It got me excited for this book. And I've heard this one's like the best in the entire series. And I'm like, I read the first one a 4.5 and the second one a 4.25, so I have very high hopes going into this. I think it'd be probably like at least a 4.5. It's the best of the series, but you never know. We will see. the Oodie's back on. It's back on. One thing I'll say is I've been reading this for almost an hour, and I'm reading on my like Kobo at least, so it's going pretty quickly. But when I go to look at these actual pages, is like that font not super tiny, or is that just me? Like, it's ridiculously small to the point where like typically on like when I'm reading on Kobo, if I read like 200 Kobo pages, that translates to 100 real pages. Does that make sense to anybody else? Like, that's typically how the Kobo is. When I looked at this and I saw those 1400 pages, I was really confused, and I've read 308 pages of the Kobo, and that's translating to 96 pages in here because how small the print is. I thought I was like zooming through. I thought it was gonna be like 130 pages done in an hour. And it was 96. Still very good for how small the printing is. But I'm enjoying this so far. We kind of right into the action of where the second one left off. Obviously, I can't say too much without spoiling previous books. But we're in like the 12th hour mark now, and so I'm hoping we can read a little bit more today. Maybe get under 12 hours. I really hope so. But I'm probably gonna read for at least another half hour more physically, and then probably switch to my audiobook as I get comfy for bed. But that is how we're going with this guy so far. Like a quarter of the way. Hello friends, it is the next morning and I have some unfortunate news, but if you've ever watched my 24-hour readathons, you know exactly what has taken place. I even thought using my laptop this time would help, but I once again fell asleep without stopping the timer. I do it literally every time. Like, I'm waiting for the one day I actually stop the timer. That'd be great. So right now this timer says 5 hours and 3 minutes. That's when I woke up and stopped it. Clearly that's not where we're at. So let me tell you the story of last night and kind of go back to that. I'm gonna put the timer at 12 hours and 5 minutes. I know I read a little bit longer than that, but that is like the last time I for sure saw the timer. So we're gonna go with that. To be fair, I probably read like at least 10 minutes more than that, potentially. Who knows? Pretty much I was so tired and I was like pushing through this. And I know I got to chapter 13 and like I already knew I was reading a lot slower than my normal pace because I was tired. And so I remember seeing chapter 13, I looked up and I was like, it was 12 hours and 5 minutes. I was like, okay, we're almost at 12 hours. So I kept saying I want to get it under 12 hours today. And then I fell asleep and I woke up and I was like, I think 10 or 15 pages through this chapter on my Kobo. So I fell asleep pretty instantly after that. So I'm just gonna say 12 hours and 5 minutes, cleaning up for sure the last time I saw the clock, which means we're already 2 days into this and I've only done half of the readathon. Today's also gonna be a busier day, and by busy I mean like I'm leaving my house, which is crazy because I haven't left my house in a couple days. But I'm getting my boot on today. My boot or my cast potentially is going on today. So I'll be leaving my house for that, which is really exciting. I might try to film a video today. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm gonna try to read for at least 6 hours today. I'm putting into the universe at least 6. 7 or 8 would be ideal, to be honest. But we're gonna say 6. We'll put that into the universe. I might read my audiobook while I make myself some breakfast. I don't know 100%. Or at least a coffee. That'd be cool. And I'm also just going to try to round up all the books that are in my March reading wrap-up, because I haven't filmed my March reading wrap-up yet because of how hectic the past couple days have been. So I need to post it on TikTok and here on YouTube. So I'm going to round up those books. They're all in the same place and it should be easy to film today or tomorrow. But that is where we're at. I once again didn't stop the timer. Let's just show you guys, we're starting it at 12 hours and 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, audiobook first today, probably. Hello friends, this readathon is a slow trek as it's 10 o'clock at night and I just reached under 9 hours. I'm really hoping I can get it under 6 tonight, but that would require staying up till like 1 a.m. and also I am comfy in bed. First the book trader and I'm thinking like it's at least 4.5, maybe even higher, like a 4.75. I don't think it's a 5-star, but I'm actually really sad this universe is done, to be honest. I really enjoyed my time with these characters and I did like, when I first saw this series, like I did not think I was gonna enjoy it as much as I did, and now it's like everyone, like the lowest rated one of these books is a 4.25, so you know. Next up, I think we're going to tackle a little bit more of Lady Midnight. So you guys have listened to the audiobook of this kind of like in the mornings. I listened to the first 3 chapters and the prologues. That's 81 pages, which is pretty much nothing of this book with how thick it is. But so I think probably honestly I'm going to be reading mostly on my e-reader because I did get a copy of it from Libby as well. I have the, get this, I have the physical, ebook, and audiobook. I'm sad. So I'm going to be reading, I think, tonight mostly on my e-reader just to get comfy in bed. Maybe I'll read the physical book for a little bit to force myself to stay awake, but then I'm going to get comfy in bed with the e-reader afterwards, you know? Being clear, but there's literally 2,104 Kobo pages on this thing. But anyways, we're at 8 hours and 51 minutes. If we can get under 6, that would be lovely. Do you think it's going to happen? Maybe not. But alas, we're going to try. Let's go. It is now Saturday afternoon and we are on day 4 of this readathon, but I am determined to get it done today. It's gonna be done today. After tonight, we are sitting at 5 hours and 50 minutes. We are below my goal where I reached under 6 hours yesterday. However, finishing tonight, I will still be up quite late because it is it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This is because really exciting. I actually went to go to work again for the first time today. I got to go work. Obviously I wasn't going full out because my foot, but I was actually able to leave the house and go to work, which is really, really exciting. I got to go back to teaching, which was really exciting. And then I went out for lunch with my friends. I actually came home now and it's 3 o'clock, which means even if I read for almost 6 hours straight, it's still 9 o'clock at night. But so my read last night, I got super far into Lady Midnight actually. I did a huge chunk. I finished off at page 420, which means to finish this guy, probably about like 220 pages left, so about 2 hours or so if I read it physically. I might do a little bit of audiobook listening though, and then of course I'll slow it down a tiny bit. But I am loving this so far. I can't say too much because it's like, while this is its own series, it is like an interconnected huge series. And so pretty much though, this is following some characters you met in the Mortal Instruments a couple years after the fact. And these characters I already like loved when we met them in the Mortal Instruments, and now just like getting their personal stories and just like the mystery in this book and like how fast we've picked this up. I'm loving it. And I did know with the Mortal Instruments that everybody kept saying the further you go, the better it gets. And I knew that going in, but still like I'm obsessed with this. And even like everybody keeps saying there's something about the second book in Cassandra Clare's trilogies, and I rated Clockwork Prince a 5-star in The Infernal Devices, which is the trilogy. I read the second book that, and I've heard that Lord of Shadows, the second book in this series, is like one of her best works ever. Like everybody rates it very, very high. So we're gonna keep going with that. Like I said, I might start with a little bit of the audiobook. I might just dive right into the physical and just read it. But I'm going to pick another book after this though, because obviously this is gonna get me through the rest of the readathon. That's 5 hours, 50 minutes. But so I'm not sure if I want to pick up a Kristen Hanna read or Butcher and Blackbird. We'll see. That's where we are. Wish me luck. And I'm going to buckle down and finish this today. It's happening. Normally with my 24-hour readathons, I think the longest one I ever did was a 3-day one. I started a 4-day one. So I'm like, let's go. I literally just finished Lady Midnight. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. It literally was giving me like 5-star feelings, like 4.75, 2 5-star feelings. And then like the last 5 pages made me so mad. But also like I understand why it's happening, but like I'm livid and I want to run to the second book. Like just like seeing how these all connect is like so wild to me and I love it so much. I have just under 3 hours left. I have 2 hours and 55 minutes and it is 10:55 at night. But I'm finishing this today. It's happening. So I'm gonna wait till almost 2 o'clock in the morning. If you're wondering how I haven't read like pretty much all day, it's because what happened was I worked in the morning, like I said, I came home and then I was gonna read a lot. And my boyfriend came home and he's like, hey, do you wanna binge watch Quiet on Set? And I was like, yeah, I do. And so we watched like all the episodes and there's 4 of them and they're 40 minutes long and that took up a good chunk of time, you know? With that amount of time, I'm gonna see if there's like a cute little rom-com I have in my e-reader maybe that could like be like a short read. I think I'm gonna read The Friends of Abby Jimenez because I just looked up and it's 360 pages and I read 100 to 120 pages an hour, and I have just under 3 hours left. So there's a chance I could finish this in this. If not, I'll get very, very close and then just like finish after and include it in the wrap up for this video, you know? Also, I feel like I read her books really fast, so I think I could definitely finish this in the time, to be blunt. Like, that's speaking highly of myself, but I can do it, you know? That is the weirdest time I've heard in my entire life. Alright friends, I just finished the chapter I was on. I've been reading a little bit slower, I think, because I'm so tired, but so we have about 60 pages of this left. So the readathon's done. I think I should like finish it up in the morning to put it into the wrap up, but I'm not even gonna share my thoughts right now or do anything because it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Friends, it's me here quite literally a week later, because what has happened is I'm doing the edits for this video to post it tomorrow, and I'm realizing I never filmed that outro that I spoke of. So let's quickly do it. Just a rapid fire of what I decided on for final rating. My final rating for the Atlas Paradox is 4.25. I am anxiously waiting my Libby loan for the Atlas Complex because I really want to figure out where this like is going to take us next. I rated it slightly lower than the Atlas 6, but like I still loved it, you know? Next up, Let's Play Lie. Fell on a 3.75 for this. I did enjoy it, but I haven't really been like a thriller mood recently. I feel like is the main thing. Addicted for Now. This is a 4-star, my favorite in the series thus far up until this point, and it made me want to like run to pick up the next book. I forget if it's Hot House Flower. I think Hot House Flower is the next one. That's Rose and Connor's book. I'm so excited for Rose and Connor's. I still stand not sure about Daisy and Reich's. I know I'll probably end up loving them, but it's a bit suspicious right now, you know? The Blood Tears of 4.5, that was like the perfect end to the series. I really enjoyed it. I still think the first book was my favorite, I think just because that initial shocking wow factor, but this was great. My last physical copy, Lady Midnight, was incredible. I give it 4.75 stars. It would have been a 5-star if it wasn't for those last 10 pages. If I could burn the last 10 pages of this book, it'd be a 5-star. It really would. So I've heard nothing but amazing things about Lord of Shadows, the second book, so I'm really hoping that that one might be a 5-star potential. And I didn't finish it in this vlog technically, but I was reading The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez when I was finishing this up, and I bring that one a 4-star. I don't have a physical copy of it because I only have my e-reader. I have this thing where with Abby Jimenez's books and all these little interconnected series, I'm not looking it up first and just reading them and then not realizing I read the second book first. It happened twice now. Yours truly and with Happily Ever After playlist. What's that sound where it's like the I only have 2 nickels, but it's weird that it happened twice. That's how I feel. But anyways, those are the 6 books I read in this readathon. If you guys enjoyed this, please forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I try to do one of these readathons at least once a month. Sometimes I do the timer method, sometimes I do straight through. This is definitely the longest one it's taken me to do. It took me 4 days to finish this one. But if you guys enjoy these, let me know, and I can keep filming them once a month at least for you guys. I'm also on TikTok, Angel's Book Corner, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.